Depending on the game, the matchup, the round, it could be more nerves. It could be more confidence. Where are you as we're on Thursday morning now?
I'm more on the confident level.
Yeah, me too.
I feel that the Eagles' defense is just playing so well. And you can hear it when you hear Shanahan talk about Fangio.
Tremendous amount of respect.
He mentioned he tried to hire him twice.
Tried to hire him twice. And in the 4 times they faced, one was in 2011 and 2013, and then again 2019 and 2020 when Shanahan's with the Commanders, then the 49ers. He has scored, if I got this right, I had it for Shield, I had it on his podcast, 15 points, 11 points, 9 points, 5 points.
Fangio's won. I mean, he's beat them all 4 times.
Three of the 4.
What I meant one is like his defense is won. Yeah,
correct. Yes,
some of those games were low scoring, and maybe Shanahan won the game. But you're right. I mean, it is interesting hearing Shanahan, McVay, like they talk about Fangio like he's the toughest one for all of them.
A reverence.
Yeah, because you know what it is about Coach Fangio that I see is that he adapts his defense to the players that are around. That's a good coordinator. That's what good coordinators do.
Of course.
And that's old school football, and that's why I feel,
here we go.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, if Patullo doesn't get this offense going, then he needs to go.
Well, he might go. So we started with this, Rhea. I know most people don't love Kevin Patullo or don't like him.
I mean, I don't have a problem with him.
No, I mean, as a coordinator, he seems like a decent guy.
His skis.
Well, he might be. But can he win you back over this weekend? If they go out there and they play well and they score a good amount of points, can he get back on your good side?
Are we taking 20?
No, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
So I set the bar, like, they got to get over 24 or above against this defense.
They should. Yeah.
If they do and they win and we're on to next week, is he back on your good side?
So, it's funny because you will remember last year, the first couple of games, I was not a fan of Kellen Moore.
Right.
And then they changed the offense and he adjusted to his players. He did it. He did a good thing. And, it was fine with him. I haven't been a huge Patullo hater. Like you are with Jalen Hurts. Had to get that in. I was listening to you yesterday.
My real hate is AI. I'm done with AI.
Yes, AI is bad.
I can't do it anymore.
But because I've seen some stuff this year that I thought were some wrinkles. The under center.
The red zone.
The red zone with Dallas got the shovel pass I have loved since Brian Westbrook. I mean, it's one of my, and he's got how many touchdowns? 9, 10?
I think it was 11 guys.
11, okay. So, they utilized him a lot. And there were times where we thought players were open and Jalen wasn't pulling the trigger. My feeling is, and I wasn't really sure how I felt about it, but I was listening to Adam Kaplan on Inside the Birds. And he brought up a great point. It's like, you can have like some great play calls, all that kind of stuff. It's the feel for the game. That's where I think he lacks, is the feel for the game.
That's fair.
Yeah, there are games where stuff is working. And then it's like, okay, let's not do that again.
The ebb and flow of football.
Yeah.
Like I said, I always hear offenses talk about all the time. Okay, take what the defense gives you.
Yeah.
You were running the ball extremely well.
Yeah.
And this is when, and I credit you for this, Rhea, because I'm sitting there watching the game. I'm hobnobbing, shaking hands, kissing babies, just hanging out. And Rhea said they were getting ready to score, or they were
third and two on the 5 or 6 yard line in the first quarter.
And watching the game, I don't know if you've ever done this, but watching the game with Rhea is a thing to behold, because not only is she knowledgeable, she's very, very passionate. And I can't tell you exactly what she was saying, but she was like, they're not even trying to win the game.
No, when they threw 2 passes, I went, they're not, I said they're trying to pick their opponent.
Yes, and Joe, she saw that play. Then she ran back to the back to look at the other game.
The Lions-Bears, yeah. Because they were all going on at the
Which was annoying. I go, somebody in the locker room's got to be telling them it's 6-0 Lions.
And she was so animated. Like, it was fun to watch. And when she did that, that's when I looked. I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Because I'm just watching it, and the game was close.
They had a chance to win it.
Yes.
So that's why the thing with, if I don't see Tank Bigsby a lot in this game, and by a lot, I'm talking like 9 carries. I'll take 9 or 10, not 2. But they basically didn't go to him at all, sat him for the fourth quarter. So if you're protecting him for the next game, the playoff game, okay, fine, I'll get it. They could have won that game. The play calling, to have Tanner McKee drop back 40 times.
It was wild.
Insanity.
It made me actually, I may be totally off on this, and maybe I could be told. I watched it as if they were treating it like a preseason game. Like, that's the way it looked to me, because I agree with you. There's no logic to the way the offense was run. So if they really were trying to win the game,
they could have won that game.
They could have.
They could have.
They could have.
Yeah.
And that's why I was wondering, like, is this a showcase for McKee for the offseason? Did Howie say...
It's not a good showcase.
Well, it didn't work, right? But did Howie say, hey, let's see what we got out of him so we could... I don't know, because you're right, especially when they were near the goal line, near the end of the first half, the 2 straight passes, it made no sense.
So I didn't like that, but I felt like there were other things going on in that game, that didn't necessarily have to do with the game.
Yep.
I don't think he's terrible. I think that he doesn't have, the feel for the game, because there's too many games where here's a good first half, can't even get a passing yard in the second half, can't get a point. You're up 21-0 to the Cowboys, and then you closed up shop. It's too inconsistent.
It is. I guess the biggest, and I'm not even trying to defend him, the biggest defense I could have is what do they do well on offense that he should do more of? Sunday, I agree with you. Sunday, they were running it well with Tank. But just most games this year, they don't run it particularly great, right? They're not like...
Yeah, it's not his fault the offensive line has been bad
and
this
we
year.
know Jalen is streaky, right? So when he's hot, he's hot. When he's cold, he's cold. During these games, I'm not screaming at my TV, do this more, do that more, because I don't think they do anything particularly great.
I will say this. Especially when and I'm just going to use the running game as an example because I feel like that is probably the easiest thing to get going.
Should be.
You sometimes you're going to take some negative yards to get the run game going, but you got to stay committed to it. That's what made to me the Pittsburgh Steelers so formidable when they won the Super Bowl.
Would you know that as you're on the defensive line and you're getting to the third or fourth quarter and the game's close?
It changes.
And they've been battering you for 25, 30 carries, and you're like, not again. You have to stay committed to it.
You got to stay committed to it. We have commitment issues when it comes to our offense because we'll come out and we'll have a half where we're throwing the ball all over the schoolyard and it's not working, but we're still throwing it. Yeah. And then and none of the plays that I see are married to one another. And what I mean by that is no rhythm, no. Say if I'm running a play action, just as an example, and I'm feeding Saquon off the play action, every now and then run that same action and pop back and just throw a quick pass across the middle.
We pretty much know what's coming when they do that every time.
It's like there is nothing because as a defender, and this is the way I think about it. When I'm in a game and I see certain formations, like certain formations let you know that it's a pass or run play. If you see 3 wides, that's probably a pass. If you see split backs, it's a good chance that it might be a draw or something like that. If you see no backs, it's definitely a pass because the quarterback's not running the ball. My point is this. If you're playing a team and they have single back, I back, there's a good chance that and the quarterback is under the center, that could be anything.
Sure.
That could be play
action.
They
should do it more. And they did it a couple more this year than they have in previous.
That could be quick slants. That could be anything. So I have to, as a defender, I have to be aware of what's going on. I have to figure out how the tackle's going to block me. And
somebody's got to keep an eye on Jalen
and the running back.
Yeah,
you become too predictable, and you're not adding any nuance to the offense. That's a problem when you're out there. And I know for the most part, you're in shotgun, you're throwing the ball, you're not running. Like you are so predictable that you give the defense, okay, it's a run, it's
Make
a pass.
Make it easy for them.
Yeah, it's real easy.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Let's take a call, and then we got some more NFL news with coaching carousel going on here. We got to hit. Glenn is in Holland. What's up, Glenn?
Hey, I want to know why you're putting so much stock on for Kevin Patullo on this next game, right? Because were you sold when we put up 31 against the Raiders?
You want me to tell you why, Glenn? Want me to tell you why? I can tell you why. Because it's not – I don't have anything against Kevin Patullo. But in this situation, with this offense being as anemic as it is, somebody has to get fired.
Well, no, they don't.
Why not, Joe?
Why does someone have to get fired?
Well, this offense has underachieved.
But if they believe in they hired this guy.
They did.
If they believe in him.
If they don't win on Sunday, he's gone.
He very well might be. But my point is they've hired a first-time coach. Did they not think there'd be some growing pains? If they believed in him 6 months ago, they could still believe in him now.
I will say this: has he gotten better as the season progressed, or has he stayed the same? I would argue that there's nothing. There has been.
Hold on. You said a month ago the best game plan he had all year was that Chargers game that Jalen threw the picks in. You liked what you saw.
I like what I saw.
Well, that's better
but
than the beginning.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
It did look a little
I was
different.
amazed how everybody loved that game plan.
You loved it. He loved it.
No, because
hard for me to see the forest through the trees.
I had the same feeling.
Sorry about that, Glenn, but you know what it was?
I mean, that's
you know
the thing, though. Like, so about the Chargers game, right? Like, after the Chargers game, we're all saying, well, great, Patullo can scheme something, but we can't execute it, right?
Yeah.
And I think we still don't really know what's going on behind there.
We don't.
Right? Because
that's a good point.
Because one of the things, to me, the biggest problem with the offense this year is, like, Jalen's not a threat to run. And defenses don't have to defend that. And the question is why, right? Is it Jalen doesn't want to run or won't run? Or is it that the coaches are saying, no, we're too afraid he's going to get hurt. Mm-hmm. He can't run.
Well, I think there was some reporting that Jalen said he didn't want to run as much. But he better run in the playoffs.
I agree with both. And Glenn, to your point on that and to Rhea's, like I'm unpacking this in backwards form, right? If you told me before the season Jalen wasn't going to run as much, the offensive line wasn't going to be healthy, AJ would have a hamstring injury, Jalen would be a little less accurate than he has been in years past, and Saquon wouldn't run as well, and then you'd say fire the coordinator. I'd say, well, I don't know. Well, what did he have to work with this year compared to years past with these guys?
That's the thing. Like, if Jalen really doesn't want to run, right? Like, I mean, not a Jalen Hurts. Great, has been great for us.
That cricket
last year, but like forward, he doesn't want to run, right? Like, he's a dual threat quarterback. He's not like his strength has never been dropping back and reading the defense and.
Right.
What makes him special is the dual
and
threat
Glenn, your phone was breaking up, but
it's not. It does.
Yeah, it's not his skill set. It's not Matthew Stafford. He's Jalen Hurts, and you can win with Jalen Hurts that way. All right. Before we continue, and Rhea does have a request before we end our segment here. Rhea and Hugh, we just got another head coach firing in the NFL.
Ooh.
Mike McDaniel out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at that at all.
Might be a nice little place to land. Miami.
No, I don't think Miami's a good spot for you. No,
I think you wouldn't coach at all. You'd be
already
out
pushing
partying.
it with Atlanta.
I would probably like because King of Diamond. You ever been? Well, I know y'all ain't been to King of Diamond.